Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We are waiting for some of our students to join before we actually get started with this session. Hi, Diksha. How are you?
Hey, hi, I'm doing well. What about you?
Yeah, I'm I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope we're going to have a great session today. I'm
Oh,
seeing
definitely.
many new names. Like I have never seen them in the past, but yes, I am seeing many new names today. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I really appreciate it. We are going to start the session within next 2 or 3 minutes. Just waiting for all the students to join because last time few students were really upset with us that we started without them, and some of them they don't want to miss anything, and I'm sure that you guys also don't want to miss anything, isn't it, everyone? So let's just wait for a couple of minutes and let's let everyone join before we get started. So in today's session, we are going to learn something important, how to search a job. I'm sure that many of you know that, okay, what are the ways to search jobs, go online, apply for it. But there are few things which we just need to keep in mind, something which is really important. Okay. So let's just see what we are going to learn out of this session. So how many of you are in the job market? Are you in the job market, or are you right now in a learning phase? Eh, Great. Yeah, learning phase. Awesome. Let me check if okay. So today's guest is also here. Thank you, Satanji, for joining. Over to you, Diksha. I think we can get started. Let's just get started. People will keep joining us.
All right. So without further ado, I think we need to start with the webinar. So to the new joinees and to the audience today, welcome to our IT webinar, How to Search for a Job Like a Pro. So we are thrilled to have you join us today as we explore the latest trends and innovations in the field. Whether you're an industry veteran or just starting your journey in IT, this webinar is designed to provide valuable insights, practical tips, and the opportunity to connect with like minded professionals. So get ready for an engaging session filled with expert presentations, interactive discussions, and a chance to expand your knowledge and network. So let's dive in and make the most of the experience together. So basically, in today's competitive job market, standing out from the crowd and landing your dream job can be challenging. But with the right strategies and a professional approach, you can navigate the job search process with confidence and success for sure. And throughout the webinar, you'll have the opportunity to hear from our industry experts, gain new perspectives to ensure that you'll have this webinar with a deeper understanding. And also, I encourage you all to actively participate, ask questions, and feel free to drop your queries in the chat box. Okay, so coming towards the today's agenda. So first, we'll be gonna talk about the guests who are coming in today's webinar session. They'll be definitely sharing their valuable insights, their journey, how they achieve their path. And we're going to talk about success stories of other uh, students of Thinkcloudly. They have also achieved their path in IT. Then we're going to talk about our webinar offer. So the new joiners, I would like to tell you that in every webinar, we come up with some great offers, so we'll be definitely coming towards that as well. And then we're going to come upon the main topic of our webinar, job search techniques, in which now and Jenny is going to tell you about the valuable insights on today's topic. And then we'll be having the quiz time. And this also, we're having really great discount offers for you all. And at last, we have the FAQs.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, the 60 minutes offer, the webinar offer has been started. Whosoever is interested in any one of the program, please make up your mind because that offer is going to be open only for first 3 registrations. So make sure that if any one of you is planning any program, make sure that you are keeping your mind ready because we just need your details to lock it for you because the webinar offer is open only for first 3 registrations, and 60 minutes offer is live. Yeah. Okay, so I think Diksha, we have riddle today. I think we can start with riddle. Let's just warm up our audience because many of the people are driving the car. They are just waking up from the bed, you know. So let's have the riddle. So how many of you are ready for the riddle? I mean, I know that a lot of people enjoy these riddles. So what about you guys? Are you ready for the riddle? Only one person. What about others? Do we have any more people like who are interested for the riddle? Only five, yes. What about others? We have 100 people over here, and we received only 5 to 7 yeses. That's not right. Okay. What about others? Sam, yes. What about others? Femi, uh, we have a lot of IAC, the very Christopher, lot of familiar names. Okay, Rita is here. Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Harsh is here. Happy is here. So, guys, are you ready, everyone? So, Diksha, I hope you're not speaking on mute because we are unable to hear you.
Oh, definitely. I guess let's start with the session and
Yeah.
let's see how people will answer this because today we have really great questions.
Okay. So, this is a question for everyone. Uh, I am a repository where developers share and collaborate on code, and you can contribute to projects to gain experience. So, what is this? Can anyone tell what is this? I am a repository where developers share and collaborate on code, and you can contribute to projects to gain experience. What is this, guys? Okay. So you can tell like two different repositories if you know that. GitHub is, yes, very much popular, but what about other? Have you heard about something else apart from GitHub? Have you heard about something? What is that? Anyone? So it is important for everyone because every time we are storing the programming code somewhere, where are we storing it? So we are storing it in GitHub for sure, but there are many repository available today in the market. Azure Repos, Bitbucket, GitLab. There are like plenty of repositories available, but which is one of the most popular one? That is GitHub. So guys, who has answered GitHub, you guys are correct. And people who have answered something else, you guys are also correct. But yes, it is the repository where you can store your code. Okay. Okay. So I am a term for a job search strategy where you reach out to potential employers or connections directly rather than applying through a formal job posting. My name suggests an informal approach. What's this? Diksha, are you able to guess this? What is this? Are you able to guess it? Let's see how many of you can
Maybe I know the answer, but I am just
answer.
curious that if our audience can answer this.
The problem is, guys, that Diksha has access to this slides. That's the biggest problem. So that's why she can see all the answers. Okay, I'm a term for a job search strategy where you reach out to potential employers or connections directly rather than applying through formal job posting. My name suggests an informal approach. What is this, guys? Okay, it's networking. So this is so people who have answered networking, it's for you guys because networking, we always push our students that create network. Network has a worth. When we started with an idea of Thinkcloudly, we were pretty small, but when we basically started growing, started creating networks with the recruiters, with the students, becoming a bridge between the recruiters and the students, it really, really helped us a lot. So for a business, certainly networking helps, but at an individual level, networking helps a lot. So how many of you agree with me that networking has been helpful for every one of us? How many of you would agree that networking is really helpful? Do we have anyone here who has gotten some help because of networking in the past? Do we have anyone who has seen the benefit of networking? That this really works. This funda really works. So make good friends. Make very good friends out there in the market. Who like you can be friend of me. If anyone is interested, you guys can be the friend for me as well. Okay. Okay. I'm an open source tool that helps you to automate tasks and create scripts to improve your IT workflow. Okay, so we are talking about an open source tool. I think the people who are learning DevOps, this is the question for all of you. I'm an open source tool that helps you to automate tasks and create scripts to improve your IT workflow. What is this? This is one of the most popular tool, which is actually becoming popular nowadays for cloud learners, for DevOps learner, for cybersecurity guys. You guys can explore this tool. What is this? I'm an open source tool. PowerShell is not the open source tool. What is this? I'm an open source tool that helps you automate tasks and create scripts to improve your IT workflow. AI is AI is not the tool. AI is not the tool. It's a technology. What is that? Okay, it's Ansible and Puppet. So if you guys have seen Ansible in the past, you would have seen that how Ansible can help you create a lot of lot of automation. Just to give you one example, there are 500 servers and you have to install Git Git software on all the 500 servers. And Ansible does it like this, in just no time. So that is where you can completely automate the workflows. Ansible, you guys have to explore Ansible and the Puppet. Puppet is also one of the most popular tool. You guys can explore that. Okay. Another one, I am a tool that allows you visualize and analyze data through interactive dashboards and reports, making data-driven decisions easier. Oh my God, this is actually for data analyst people and Power BI people, right? What is this tool? Which tool is that which helps you to visualize and analyze the data? Which tool is that? I need answer from everyone now. Like which are those tools? You can use multiple tools though, which is that tool which is actually helping to visualize and analyze the data through interactive dashboards and reports. Which is that tool? Okay, okay. I mean, we are receiving multiple different answers right now. Well, which is that tool, everyone? Which is that one? We are talking about data, we are talking about visualization, we are talking about analysis, we are talking about reports, right? So which is that tool? Okay, so Power BI and Tableau, these are two popular tools which are used for data analysis, data visualization, data reporting. So anytime, anyone in the audience, do we have anyone in the audience who is learning data analysis with Thinkcloudly? Do we have anyone in the audience? So you guys have to empower these tools to make sure that you guys are able to learn Power BI, Tableau. Okay, there is one tool which is very popular, which is very popular from Amazon. Can you guess which is that tool which helps to visualize the data from Amazon? Do you know about that tool? Which is that tool? Which is popular and it is actually from Amazon. Anyone? No one? Data visualization can also be done with Amazon tool. Which is that tool? Okay, that is QuickSight. Okay, so Amazon has a tool called QuickSight that helps you do that. Okay, now I think this is the last riddle, everyone. Please, let's see who answers right. I'm a professional document used to list your education background, certification, and relevant courses. I complement your resume and provide detailed information about your academic achievements. What is this? It is certainly not resume, I'm sure. What is this? I am a professional document used to list your education background, certifications, and relevant courses. I complement your resume and provide detailed information about your academic achievements. Okay, it's CV again though. The like curriculum vitae or resume is certainly a right answer, but yes, cover letter is also one thing which helps you, apply for a job. Okay. So over to you, Diksha. Let's welcome our guest for today. So how many of you are excited to welcome the guest? Diksha, you're on mute. You can unmute it.
All right. Okay. So in the dynamic and ever-changing field of IT, staying informed and gaining insights from experts is invaluable. So that's why we're excited to bring you today's webinar featuring a lead voice in the industry. So, our guest speaker has not only made significant contributions in DevOps, but also continues to drive innovation and excellence. So, I'm truly honored to introduce our guest for today's webinar, our guest, Mr. Sitanji, who is a true luminary as a DevOps engineer with a wealth of knowledge and experience. His impressive achievements and contribution to the field have earned him a well-deserved reputation. So, we are fortunate to have him to share his valuable insights and perspectives with us. So, everyone, please welcome him.
Hey, hi, Satonji, how are you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing great. Isn't it like we are talking probably after a few months now?
Yeah,
How's it going?
yeah, I'm good, good. Oh, thanks for having me here, and I hope everyone's doing great here. Yeah, my name is Sitonji Jacques Metohwe, and I'm currently having a little bit with coughing, so maybe my voice is not, you have a trouble to hear me, but I will try to do my best.
No, no, no. You're sounding very sweet. That's okay. We can understand you.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay.
Good.
Yes, I am with Thinkcloudly for more than a year now, and it's a great to attend. I'm telling you, it's a great to attend all of the webinar and session hosted by the Thinkcloudly team. I started my career as a civil engineer, and basically, due to some family concern, I was looking for a remote position. So, and honestly, most of a civil engineer job is difficult to get like a remote position with civil engineer job. So yeah, I have to start my career as a non-IT engineer where I'm hoping to get like remote position, and the only way to get into a remote position is to get like an IT job. So some of my friends recommend me to do like to work with to do some online training, and honestly, I think the instructor-led training has like a different experience, which I always recommend people to do if you are like a non-IT person. And for my experience, I have started with a company called Edureka, which is widely known from. I mean, they are based in India. But be honest with you, I was not getting what I'm looking for. I'm not saying that to downgrade the company, but I'm talking about from my experience. So I was not getting what I was looking for, and luckily I met with Nama online. And he said okay, and what I'm saying Nama because he is a leading Thinkcloud, right? So he present Thinkcloud with me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So honestly, Thinkcloud became the game changer when I have my first meeting with Thinkcloud team. They helped me a lot because as a non-IT, sometimes when you start learning, when you start diving into cloud engineering or DevOps, you may you may get stuck, and sometimes you need somebody to help you. So Thinkcloud team helped me a lot to achieve that dream because they are close to me. Anytime I get stuck, they help me move on. So honestly, I'm strongly recommend to you guys not only attend the webinar, but it should be good if you can try to register for online instructor-led training, because at the end of the day, for you to become great developer engineer, you need tools like infrastructure as code and AWS, which is the foundation. AWS, any AWS certification, especially solution architect, and also uh, you know one of the pipeline orchestration tool like Jenkins. So with Thinkcloudly, I go through all of them, like infrastructure I go with Terraform, Jenkins, all with instructor-led training. So when I get stuck, I have the possibility to have somebody to help me. So it gives me like a big foundation, you know. So I strongly recommend you guys not only attend a meeting, webinar, but you should register for instructor-led training. It will help you a lot because at the end of the day, interviewer they are looking for somebody with experience. But when you have a non-IT background, it's gonna be difficult for you just to go online and learn things on Udemy or YouTube to become like somebody who can stand out on the job market. So I strongly recommend you to go to register for. I'm not saying that just for advertising purpose. I'm saying that for my experiences, because that's what I get from them. They help me a lot to bag hands-on experience from infrastructure as code, Jenkins, Terraform, all kind of tools in the DevOps industry right now. So thank you for having me, and I'm proud to be part of Thinkcloudly team. And today I'm happy that I was able to achieve my dream. And if I make it happen, you guys can make it happen too. And thank you.
Thank you, Jax. Thank you so much for letting our students know that what actually what was your journey and you went through from a civil engineering from to have an aspiration to work from home and then landing a job to IT. So just for a quick questions, Jax, on the behalf of the audience, that how
Mhm.
many interviews you actually went through, and like you went for like 3 interviews, 4 interviews, how many interviews you went through? And were you a bit disappointed when you got some rejections? So like if you can just share that journey, that time when you were
Mhm.
applying jobs, maybe few words on that.
Uh, I would not say I'm lucky, but my journey, when I was looking for the DevOps position, roughly it took me about 2 months to learn the job.
Okay, 2 months. 2 months is a
And
good.
2 months,
Okay.
yeah, it's short. I know that. I know some of my friends they spend like more than 4 months before they get a job, but mine was 2 months.
Okay.
And and be honest with you, I don't know if you guys still have it. Like Team Cloudy was offering like interview session.
Mock interviews. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So it helped me a lot to know how I can present my project because when you learn project from, as non-IT, you don't know how to put things together. So it helped me a lot to learn how to combine DevOps project, cloud project, like things like serverless, Kubernetes, how to combine two different projects together in front of the interviewer. So those sessions helped me a lot, and also, yeah, it took me only 2 months and a lot of dedication. You have to try everything. You don't just watch things online. You have to practice. So anytime I have a interview training with a Thinkcloudly team, I go over myself and try to practice everything from scratch. So it helped me, to present my IT experience easily in front of an interviewer. So basically, it took me 2 months, and challenge, yes. Sometimes I used to have like 3 different interview a week. So
Wow.
roughly, if I'm saying 3 different interview a week, you can do the math, which is it's gonna be like
Lot
three
of
times four times
yeah.
two, which is 24 interview basically.
Wow.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
24 interviews and then landing one job. I mean,
yeah,
that journey actually becomes difficult because every time you get into the interview and you find that, oh, I couldn't pass it because interview didn't like me. I mean, that
correct.
is tough for sure. And
Yeah,
what like before when you were actually a civil engineer, so were you have any sort of IT background, or it was as fresh because when you basically made up your mind that okay, I have to get into IT, so
yeah,
you started everything from scratch, or you had a bit of experience of IT earlier, or were you like coming from a scratch?
yeah. I would tell you from scratch because even with civil engineer, I have like let's tell you, like, think like I have a design. What I'm gonna tell you is I have a design mindset. Be honest with you, I have an architect mindset, design mindset. But when it's come to IT, background, everything was from scratch for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, that is something I'm sure that some of our students who have joined here on this bridge right now, they must be having a sigh of relief that, okay, I also come from non-IT. It means I can also start from scratch and land a job in next 4 months. I think
Yes.
most of us
Yes.
might be having that feeling right now when you say that, like, who is successful. And like, if I say that, then people would say, hey, Naman is doing marketing. But if you say that, you are a real guy, isn't it? So that is for sure. That's amazing. Okay, so last question, which I don't want to
Yeah.
take a lot of time, Jax, just a last
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
That now, as you're working, I think it's been 4 to 5 months that you're working right now on,
Yep. Yep.
right? So,
Yep.
like, what is your sort of experience right now? Is it like, are you having a sorted life, or are you just having a difficult life, or are you enjoying this life, like after moving to IT? What's your exposure towards it?
I'm really enjoying it, and but at the beginning it was a little bit difficult for me because I mean IT it depends on environment you start working with. If you work in an environment where you have a lot of team, developer team, which can let's say you are a cloud engineer for example, and you want to implement some Lambda function, Lambda code. uh, Lambda doesn't you have to bring your code before you're running on a Lambda, right? So you don't know how to write a script. Somebody should help you at least. So if you are working with that type of environment, it may be difficult for you a little bit at the beginning, but after a couple of months, it should be good, you know. So mine was kind of a little bit tough project, but after 3 months, everything I mean, was start. I take out most of my challenge, and everything became, what we say, like something regular task for me, and yeah, it was difficult only for the first 3 months, you know.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I mean, like after 3 months, you're used to the services, your background, I mean, your management team and everything. So you know how to work with them. Who's that person who's going to be helpful in your team? So I mean, you figure out a lot of things in initial 3 months, and
Yeah.
that is. But yes, you need some hand holding in this initially. Like you have some friends, or probably you're reaching out to us and getting some job support, or
Oh yeah,
finding.
yeah. Oh, sorry. No, I forgot to mention when I started because, like I say, it's depending environment. My environment was kind of tough because they need somebody. They are looking for somebody with, like at least 5 years experience with Dev. So I started as non-IT. So my first meeting was like, oh, they want to implement, they want me to, like, they have a cloud infrastructure, they want me to create everything from scratch, create a cloud formation script to spin up the environment in less than a minute. So I have to deal with cloud formation script, Terraform, and how to implement that when when you are in a production. It's not something you can handle easily. So I reached out to Thinkcloudly team to get like job support. I'll be honest with you, and the job support engineer helped me a lot for me, to achieve because you have to complete your task every week. It's like I say, it's dependent environment. You can complete your task every 2 weeks, but based on my environment, thing was a little bit hard, so I have to report something at the end of the week. So it was difficult for me at the beginning. So, but with the help of the Thinkcloudly, just support engineer, everything was quick, and I was getting, letter from my manager saying that they are happy to have me on the team, and so it helped me a lot to have. I would strongly recommend you guys, if you find a job, don't be like, okay, I want to bag all of the money. No, even you can have a like job support for at least 3 months, which is I would say the cheapest one you can find right now in the industry is gonna be Thinkcloudly, because I tried a lot of company. Even though I was working with Thinkcloudly, I tried most of the company. the Thinkcloudly they are offering the best of the market. So they help me a lot with the 3 month job support. You can have it more than that if you want. Thinkcloudly will not withdraw the engineer from you. As long as you need support, they will provide you support. But they are providing one of the the great competitive price in the market right now to have a job support to help you. So basically, you need job support at least for your first 3 months. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Satanji, and congratulations and all the best on this journey. So I
Well,
think we can say congratulations to Satanji. I don't think so. Again, it was an easy journey for him, though it took him 4 months of time, but he made it. One thing
yeah.
which I liked about Satanji, and I also learned from him, that
Yeah.
if he is learning something, he's the guy who will learn that end to end. If he starts from zero, he'll go till 100. When I say this, it means that until he's clear on a concept, he will just run behind that, keep asking questions, keep taking down notes. That practice of running behind a concept and understanding until he has 100% clarity, that is something what I liked about him throughout this journey, because I was connected. And when I'm even sometimes he used to ask me questions on migration. So I used to tell him the answers. And until he's clear, he'll keep bugging me that, Naman, what is the answer? Why are we not doing this? Why are we doing that? And that actually helped him to stand out of the crowd, because today, if he has this job in IT, it's just because of his habit of getting the 100% clarity. And I think that is something which has helped him a lot. What do you think, guys? Isn't it a great journey what Satonji had? So thank you so much, Jax, for joining. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank,
Thank you too. Thank
thank
you.
you.
And you have a great learning, man. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Over
Yeah.
to you.
Well, I heard a saying that the harder you work for something, the greater you'll achieve when you achieve it. And I do believe that Satonji has paved his way towards success. So once again, thank you so much, Satonji. It was really inspiring and was really appreciable for boosting up our audience. And thanks for your precious time.
Thank you also for your support. Thank you.
So now let's get started with the session, everyone. You guys can keep making up your mind and you can let us know. So, are you ready to start your journey and understand that how can I search for a job like a pro? How many of you? I mean, this time it is very important that we leverage a few things which are very important. We keep everything sorted, that this is what we have to do, because I know that most of you who is in the learning process right now, you guys are going to be in the job market very soon. And I'm sure that there are some people like Oma or some students who have joined here. You guys are actually part of you're already in the job market right now. And I'm sure that you needed this session. I know that some of the things which I'm going to talk about, it's not going to be a new thing, but it is going to be important so that you don't miss out anything throughout your search process. So guys, keep your pen and paper ready. Like if pen and paper ready, like everyone, please make sure that you are going to note down the important steps. We're going to be seeing some important things throughout this session so that you guys can leverage that whenever you are applying jobs or whenever you are going to any platform. How can you leverage that platform to the max? Okay, because most of our students, like who are connected with us today, most of you are coming from a non-IT background, isn't it? You guys might not have applied jobs in the past on IT for IT jobs, or you guys might not explore these platforms which are available right now in the market. So there are some things which you have to keep in mind. I'm going to talk about 6 to 7 things, but the idea is that you guys are taking down the notes on pen and paper, and also make sure that you are keeping them in mind whenever you are applying jobs. Okay, so okay, second, what if I told you that the right approach can land you a dream job faster? Your dream job is just a strategy away. This is actually very important. A lot of people might think that when there are thousands of people try to get into IT, have you ever seen that many of you have not, many of your friends who have tried to be in IT, they never got into IT. It is just because they were never, they never had a right strategy, and because of that, they never could able to that land their dream job. They shifted from DevOps to cybersecurity, IT auditing. They keep shifting themselves, but they could never able to land a job. It's just because, are we following a right strategy or not? So that is very important. So the first thing which we have to keep in mind is that prepare a job application plan on a different job platforms. Okay, this is very important. Now, what is the plan? How does the plan looks like? See, right now, what is happening that you will find that there are multiple, there are multiple platforms available. So, for examples, you can anyone tell me like what are the platforms available right now to apply jobs? Anyone in the audience, can you guys tell me like what are the platforms which are available right now to apply jobs? I'm sure that people would say LinkedIn, right? Great. But see, we have to keep one thing in mind, that LinkedIn and Indeed are overcrowded platform. Okay. So we are not very happy about it. We are not, I mean, when we hire people for Thinkcloudly, we don't just go to LinkedIn or we just don't go to Indeed. We also, you know, look at other platforms, because other platforms gives us better results as a recruiter. Okay. So definitely LinkedIn Indeed will be topping your chart, but there are some platforms like Dice, ZipRecruiter. Okay. Uh, and you can also apply on Glassdoor. Okay. You can apply directly on Google. Search for job on Google directly. Do we have anyone in the audience who searches the job directly on the Google and apply directly? Do we have anyone here who do it? Like who searches the job on Google directly and apply for it? See, this is very important, everyone, that you guys are searching for a job on Google. Google will list down a lot of opportunities for you. Let me show you that as well. Just a moment. One moment. Uh, so let me know once you can see my screen. Okay. So on Google, let's say if I am searching for cloud engineer job in Dallas. Okay. So if I search all these jobs in Dallas, right over here, you can see that plenty of jobs will pop up. Now, trust me, these jobs, these sources, what Google is listing out to us, this is much better than your, your LinkedIn or Indeed. Can anyone tell me that why I don't recommend that you choose LinkedIn? Can anyone tell me why do you think why I'm not recommending LinkedIn right now here? Can anyone tell me? No one? Everyone, please speak up. Let's make this session, man. Let's make this session interesting. Florence, Fine, Freda, guys, you guys are friends, right? So why are you not responding? Fonderson, Funmi, Ibukun, Hussein, guys, please speak up, because the problem is it is too populated. Everyone is rushing behind it. On LinkedIn, when a recruiter posts a position, right, within like 1 hour, they get hundreds of applications. Now you are part of crowd. It's better that you go somewhere else. Like over here, you can see that, for cloud engineer, look at this position. Okay. And it says apply on LinkedIn. You can go and if it says apply on LinkedIn, you can go and do it. Okay. But there is something else, salary.com. There are some other platforms which are available, which can certainly help you to stand out of the crowd. And this is what is important. We cannot be just part of the crowd and waiting for the opportunity to come. We cannot do that. We don't have time. We have limited time of 3 months to land a job. And in that case, if that doesn't happen, will be discouraged. So let's have a better strategy. Okay. So there are like, see, you can apply directly. So Inspire Solutions, you can apply directly on hiring agencies, So these are some of the positions which I highly recommend that use Google more than some popular platforms like LinkedIn or Indeed, because those are very overcrowded platforms, though they have number of job opportunities. But the problem is they are going to you are going to see that when you apply for it, there are already 1,000 people applied for the same position. How will I get my way out? Does that make sense? Do you think that this is an important point to be noted? If you guys are really enjoying this session, only then I'm going to share more points like this. And I need the response, otherwise let's not have the session. Everyone, yeah, only 2 yeses. What about others? Cool. So one thing which is very important is that I am going to use Google job search platform as my platform, so that I am able to apply to those positions where my chances are higher than the regular platforms. So Google job search is one. Go for Zip Recruiter. Okay. And Dice is also a nice platform. I mean, we have seen that, Dice actually works on the location part. So if you are in US, it's not that the Canadian people are applying for US positions and making it overcrowded. It's not, that doesn't happen on Dice. We have noticed it ourselves. So Dice is something like, if you are in Texas, it will basically help you to promote you in that Texas and state itself. So Dice actually helps you with that. That no one else from outside that location can apply for it. Or if you still apply for it, you will not be considered. So it's still consider Dice to be your next platform. Indeed and LinkedIn. If in case you have some time left in your day, then definitely consider LinkedIn and Indeed as a platform. Does that make sense? Now, so when you are basically creating a job application plan, you know, there is something which is very important, and that is consistency. You know, so if I ask you to the people who are in the job market right now, how many jobs do you apply every day? So people will tell me that, Naman, I apply 10 jobs, 15 jobs, you know. And then the second question I ask to everyone, do you apply every day? And then at that time, people would say, no, because of work, I don't get time to apply every day. Because of my job, I don't apply. Because of my kids, I'm not getting time. See, job applications have to be need consistency. Okay. You have to spare out at least 30 minutes of your time. Set a reminder, or set something in your phone that you can have like a stopwatch of 30 minutes, and then apply for at least minimum 15 jobs per day. Don't worry if you get the results or not. See, I'm talking to you, I'm telling you all these things after discussing with many of our students who have landed the job in the past. This is not something what I'm making from my own mind. Okay. So please, consistency is the key here. Every day 30 minutes for 15 jobs per day, that is something what you have to apply. If it takes more than 15 minutes, that is fine, that is totally fine. But make sure that you are applying every day 15 jobs. Is that okay, everyone? Are you sure that you're going to be doing it, people who are in the job market right now? Only one yes, Sobia. What about others? Okay, awesome. Yes. So this is actually something what you have to do. Third, sometimes what happens that we do not apply just because some of the information is not handy. Okay. So create a folder in your laptop where you can keep everything handy, what you need to apply for a job. Or you can basically have something in TextPad so that you just have to copy and paste. Sometimes whenever we apply for a job, we are typing our full name, right? Instead, we can just copy our name and paste it in within no time, right? It will take milliseconds of time to copy paste the name, right? That will fast track your job application process. Okay. Because this is the activity what you have to do daily. So you have to find shortcuts. You have to make sure that you're filling up every application within like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of time. You're not taking more than that. If you take more than that, you'll overshot your 30 minutes of time. So make sure that every information, like your education, because a lot of time when you apply, there's a workday profile which opens up, and it can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes of time. So it's better that whenever you're keeping all your information handy in one text pad, And also, if it requires some documents like a cover letter or probably a resume or something, keep it in one folder so that you don't have to rush things around and you don't have to just waste your time on that. Okay. So please, these are the three things which are very important. That first, Google job search, ZipRecruiter and Dice, you are going to utilize those platforms which are not so popular. That's number one. Second, consistency, that you're going to be applying for 15 jobs per day and you're going to be spending 30 minutes to 35 minutes. Or if it takes more, then that's fine. Okay, but that has to be consistently done even on Sundays. Okay, and all the information have to be very, very handy. You have to keep every information handy. You don't have to just run things around that, oh, or you're just typing it one by one, every letter N, A, M, A, N, and wasting your time like that. Don't do that. Copy paste, use mouse, but make it faster so that every day consistently you can apply for 15 jobs. Does that make sense, everyone? Can we move to the next, please? Okay. Now, the second thing, what we have basically found out is the learn how to create good cover letters. So how many of you have struggled to create good cover letters? Do we have anyone here who has struggled in the past to create good cover letters? Do you want to see how you can create it with the help of ChatGPT? I know it's not a rocket science, though. I know most of you might know this also, but let's just look at it, that what is the best way of doing it. Okay. So you guys, the best way is that, one moment. Let me see if I have any resume with me. Which I can be using. Okay, I have one resume here. I'm going to share my screen and open the ChatGPT. So let me know if you see it. Okay. So do you see my ChatGPT screen, everyone? Okay, awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to create a one cover letter with the help of this ChatGPT. Some of you have also asked me these questions, and I'm so sorry I couldn't respond to you in the past. Okay. See, we need to understand one thing about cover letter. Okay. And this thing, I have kept explaining this thing to many of you in the past as well. Cover letter is not something that you can create and you can keep it for every job you apply. That's the problem of cover letter. Cover letter is not like the resume. How many of you would agree with me that cover letter cannot be used like resume? How many of you would agree with me? Okay. See, cover letter requires three information, and that is why cover letter cannot be same. The first thing is, cover letter has your profile information about me, about Naman. What Naman is. Naman is a cloud engineer. Naman is the software engineer or cybersecurity specialist. What is Naman? So the first important thing for cover letter is that what about that person. Second is about the job responsibilities. You cannot use cover letter of cybersecurity into SOC analyst. You have to create a separate cover letter for SOC analyst. You have to create a separate cover letter for cybersecurity, right? Or for cloud security, right? So your job description matters a lot. And the third thing is the company detail. That is why you cannot use the same cover letter in every company, because company details also comes, some small information about that company also comes in that cover letter. That is why you cannot have one cover letter for every job. That is why we need a tool like ChatGPT, which gives you cover letter on the go every time you apply for an opportunity. Okay. So always remember three things. Cover letter is dependent on three things. Number one, your resume. That's number one. Number two is roles and responsibilities of the company. And third, the company profile itself. Does that make sense? Everyone, does that make sense? So can anyone list me three things? What are the three important things for a cover letter? Can anyone tell me what are the three important things for a cover letter? Anyone? Okay. So the first one, okay, let me write it over here. First one is your resume details. Okay. Second is roles and responsibilities. And the third one is the company detail where you are basically applying for it. Okay. If these are the three things what a cover letter addresses. So now, do you think that cover letter can be same for every job you apply? Do you really think it is possible to keep a same cover letter when you apply for a role? No, right? I think that is made clear. Okay, and don't do that, because if you do that, recruiter will catch you and they will mark you rejected there itself. They will not even contact you. Don't do that. You will lose the opportunity. You will waste your time. Okay, so now we have to use ChatGPT to do it, because if we do it, it is good. I mean, you can save time. You can do it yourself, but it will take like 30 minutes just to create one cover letter, right? Why do you want to do it? So we are going to basically pick up, I have opened on my other thing, I have opened uh, my, like my headline from the resume. Okay, so I'll just type, I want to create a cover letter for a cloud engineer profile, profile, and it's the role with Google. I am listing down my job, my experience, my the some roles and responsibilities, and company details. So this line has to be same for all your things. Okay, like you can just change this Google name. You have to keep this line on the top. I want to create a cover letter for a cloud engineer role profile. It's the role with Google. I'm listing down. If you don't want to even keep this, you can remove this. Okay, you can just remove this. You can keep it. I want to create a cover letter for a cloud engineer profile. I'm listing down my experience, some roles and responsibility, and company details. Okay, so now over here, first I'm going to list down the experience. So I have copied pasted my resume headline over here. See, I have copied pasted my resume headline, that is like under the name. Now I'm going to put like some roles and responsibilities. So I'm going to put like roles and responsibilities. Okay, so I can just put, like, pick up few job profiles, like whatever few role responsibilities or tools you can pick it from here. Okay, and put it here. Okay, and now I can say that like last one is company details. So company is Google, and it's a cloud DevOps role. Let's say I can write anything right over here. So now if you look at it, this line, you are just, if you look at the total message over here, you're just pasting these this line is going to be same every time. Okay, this section is going to be picked up from your resume. This section is going to be picked up from roles and responsibility of the job, and company detail is just like you have to name the Google, the company, what you're applying for. Okay, and when you send it to ChatGPT, it will basically create you know it should create okay, it's just coming up. Yeah, so now if you see that, it is writing the entire cover letter for you. Right, if you see that, okay, this cover letter is exceeding the number of letters, you can decrease the letter also. So you can see that I'm writing to express my interest in this role, that role. And if you read this, right, it will be exactly in line with, with your uh, roles and responsibilities. And plus, it will combine and merge your own experience as well. And this thing you're picking up directly from your resume. The resume what Thinkcloudly creates, right? It always has that profile headlines. So we are picking up directly from there. So now, how many minutes it took me? Because I'm explaining it right now, it took me 5 minutes of time. But if you do it every day, your cover letter is ready. Now you just copy this and paste it in any Word file and send it to your recruiter or upload it to the job posting. Are you getting my point? But if you read it right, it has your skills, it has what company expects you, and it is also talking about, if you look at Google to deliver innovative solutions, you know, cloud infrastructure. So it has also taken the company details in the account. Does that make sense, everyone? Is it helpful for anyone who is here in the audience? Do you think, are you going to use this way of creating cover letters in the future? Do you think that, are you really going to use it? I just need yes or no. If no, it's okay, you can say no as well. This is something, see, there are plenty of tools available in the market right now, but they're expensive. They're really expensive. Why do we need to even spend that? For few cover letters, they're asking $10, $20. Why do you want to spend that money? Come here, create your own. And now let's say if I want to decrease the count, let's say I'll say decrease the word count to probably, let's say, 250 words. Let's say if I want to decrease the count, let ChatGPT do it for you. They will just decrease the count to, you can see, like, they will just have like a small, it will not be that big. Like, see, this time it is a smaller, it's a smaller cover letter, isn't it? So it totally depends. If you want a bigger one like this, see how detailed it is, and or if you want it in less words, then you can just tell that thing to ChatGPT, and it will create and give it back to you, isn't it, guys? So this is what you can use the same resume for multiple jobs, but you cannot use the same cover letter for multiple jobs. And I hope you have learned something which is helpful. Okay, now let me just go back. Okay, now the third point is that, first of all, this is the main problem I have seen with a lot of students. I'm sure that every one of you who has joined here is really smart. Okay, it's really, really smart. I don't doubt that anyone who is attending the program with Think Loudly, or you are learning something, you are not you are not smart. You guys are smart. But there is one mistake what we do every day. Even if I start applying right now for my job, I'll not do it, I promise. I'll be right here always. But if I start applying jobs, right, I might not know what are the job titles. When some people, what they do, they just type cybersecurity in the search bar and they say, hey, there are no jobs. But the problem is you're not searching with the right keywords, right job titles. So on Google, first of all, write down all the job titles, what is really important. Apply for cryptographer, apply for security consultant, apply for cybersecurity engineer, apply for something what you don't even know, right? You never know. It can be a gateway of your first job, right? Sometimes probably you would not even thought about cryptographer. So we have a lot of people over here, like, who are learning cybersecurity. You guys not even thought about cryptographer, but that is also one role existed in IT today. Why can't you apply for it? It's okay. It might happen that you may fail for that opportunity, but there are 50% chances that you may pass as well, right? So identifying all the job titles before applying for jobs is very important. And if you are not doing that, generally people don't do it. They just go and start, like, search for cybersecurity, start applying, search for security officer, start applying. But that's not right. We need all the job titles listed properly in our notebook or somewhere, so that we can search accordingly. Does that make sense, everyone? Will you guys promise me that you guys are going to search your job titles first before you search for the job? Are you guys going to promise me, please? Please don't make mistake. You guys are smart, I don't doubt that, but as a human we make mistakes. We don't consider some of the job titles where the getting the job opportunity is quite easy. Now, there are some job platforms where you can set the job alerts. Learn how to how you can set the alerts on Glassdoor, on LinkedIn, on Indeed. How you can set the job alerts. Job alerts are important to be the first one to go and apply for that opportunity. Let's say if you apply a job alert, there are right now we're just running out of time. Maybe we can discuss later on. But there are platforms like LinkedIn or Indeed or somewhere or Glassdoor. You can set the job alerts. It will take just 5 minutes of time to set job alerts with those keywords. And LinkedIn will keep sending you email notification that these job opportunities are live now. Go and apply. So setting up job alerts can also fast track the process of applying jobs. Then the fifth one, talk to your IT friends and request them to refer you. I know that not everyone will help. People have told me that I have friends, I have IT friends, but they're not ready to help. It's okay. You can always request, right? I can always request. It is up to the person if he's going to help me or not. So please do not prejudice that your friend is not going to help you. Please don't do that. Keep requesting, keep requesting, keep requesting. You never know when the opportunity comes and they will hire you. They will basically recommend you. And swear to the God, I'm not sure like how many of you believe this, but I have gotten this networking help in the past myself. I told two other students in the past that I was getting into Deloitte interview and I got some recommendations, some IT friends help, and it helped me. It helped me to get promoted. It helped me to get into that position on a better position on a better pay scale. So talk to your IT friends, make some IT friends, and request them to refer you. Don't hesitate to do that. Don't be prejudiced that they will not help you. Just request, because this is your life and you have to do this. Okay. Then there are some career websites available. You can apply for that as well directly. So let's say some of you might have a dream that you want to work for Microsoft or you want to work for Amazon. How many of you wants to work for Facebook? Do we have anyone here who wants to work for Facebook, or who wants to work for Google? Do we have anyone who wants to work uh, in Apple, right? So all these big brands, they have their own career websites. Okay. So make sure that you guys are going to those career websites, like on Google, type Apple career website, Google career website. Over there, drop your resume. You never know. They may come to you after 2 years. They may come to you after 3 years. It's okay. At least just drop your resume. Let your resume go in their database, because you are the one who is approaching them. And this approach also works a lot. Most of the students have told us that career websites are really helpful. Still, they are helpful. So go and apply on career websites. List down the companies you want to work for. Let's say you have 15 organizations you want to work for. List down, go to each one of their career website and apply and drop your resume. Because you never know. Probably the opportunity would come after 3 years or 2 years or 1 year. You never know. Okay. And that's very important. Uh, Please find tech communities and be part of some LinkedIn groups. There are various LinkedIn groups available right now, private, public. Try to join more LinkedIn groups, because if you join more LinkedIn groups and tomorrow, if you post that I am looking for a job, maybe if there are 100 people or 1,000 people part of that LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn group, right? Let's say I'm part of AWS LinkedIn group. And if I post there, I'm looking for a job, maybe one of the recruiter will catch that and will approach you. Okay. So be part of tech communities on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very good platform when it comes to community building. So make sure you're part of those groups. Join at least 20 groups, but it should have people and it should be in your country. It's not that you're joining a Chinese AWS group. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. If you are in Texas, do it for Texas. If you are in New York, do it for New York. If you're in US, you do it for US. If you're in Toronto, do it for Toronto. But every country, every location has a tech community group on LinkedIn. Join that. If there are 100,000 people part of it and you post one job request, there are chances that recruiter will reach out. Okay. So are you guys going to join tech communities groups on LinkedIn? Can I have some yeses, please? Okay, please do that. Trust me, that is really helpful. That is really helpful. I'm not saying it because it came to my mind and then I'm telling you. It is something what we have learned over the period of time with the students. They have given us that feedback that, hey, I posted that over on that day, and because of that, one recruiter reached out to me.
So also we have a policy here in Thinkcloudly of referring a friend. So, anyone, as I said, that if you have any of your loved one or anyone who's interested to enroll in any of our services, and if you refer someone and that person gets enrolled with us, so you'll be getting $100 as a cashback. So the more individual you will refer, so for each and every individual, you'll be getting $100 as a cashback. So anyone who has any of your friend, your relative, or anyone who's interested to enroll for any IT program, who wants to enhance their skills in IT, or just wanted to get any service from us, so you can refer them to us and you can earn $100 as a cashback. So even in the webinar offer, as I said, you have anyone, you can let us know so that you can get this benefit for sure. So now everyone gear up yourself because now we have came upon the quiz session. So before telling the rules, I just want everyone to join it. So we are providing the link in the chat box. So you can click that link and you can join directly the quiz, or maybe you can just scan this QR code and you can join via this scanner too. So we have two options for joining it. So you'll be getting one link in the chat box. You can join through that, or you can just scan the QR code which is given in the screen. The link is provided already. Everyone, you can join. Till then, I would like to tell you the rules of the quiz session. So the quiz will contain 5 questions and you'll be getting 20 seconds for each question, and you won't be able to change your answer once it's marked. So please mark your answers very carefully and very precisely. And the one who will answer all the questions, correctly at very less time will be, so the top 3 winners will be getting the 50% off on any course voucher. So yes, the top 3 winners will be getting the course voucher of their any program for 50% off. So we want everyone to join it so that no one should miss this opportunity. So we're waiting for everyone to join this. So the link is already given in the chat box. You can scan the QR code. And till then, we are waiting for everyone to join it so that no one should miss this opportunity. So now we have got our top 3 winners for today's quiz session. So the one we have Vincent, Kenneth, and Sylvia. So congratulations to the top 3 winners of today's quiz session. Everyone, please congratulate them. Congratulations to the top 3 winners. Everyone, please congratulate them in the chat box. So you'll be getting 50% off on the course voucher. So please provide us with your information in the chat box with your contact number, the course of interest, and your name definitely, so that our team can reach out to you and you can claim these vouchers. All right. So also just want to announce about the certification too. So the one who have attended the webinar session, so definitely you'll be getting the certification for participating in the webinar. So the link will be provided in the chat box. So the link that we have given, you just have to fill that form and you will get the certificate of participating in the webinar in 1 or 2 working days. You can fill that Google form. The link is already given in the chat box. You can check it. And also, if anyone wants to see the webinar recording of the webinar session, So this session, the webinar recording of this session will be definitely uploaded in 1 or 2 working days on our YouTube handle. But if you really wanted to see our earlier sessions of the webinar videos, which are uploaded on our YouTube handle, so you can subscribe to our channel. The link is already given on the screen. So you can just search on the YouTube by the name of Thinkcloudly, and you can see the webinar videos of early sessions that are already uploaded over there. And the recent one will be definitely uploaded in 1 or 2 working days.
Thank you for watching. Switch from non-IT to IT today. Explore www.thinkcloudly.com.